and these teams could start any number of players. Danielle Serdachny slotted to get that first face-off. She's looking for a fresh start with this new team. And for Vancouver, it's the homegrown talent of Hannah Miller, Jen Gardner, and on a line with them is Katie Chan. 3 BC natives love the fact that they're getting this opening draw.
Megan Augusta, Christine St. Clair to bring some of the winning touch tonight. Starting in goals for the Seattle Torrent, Corrine Schroeder. She started the inaugural game to kickstart the PWHL where she earned a shutout. Can she do it again? And at the other end, from Bruerheim, Alberta, Emerence Mashmeyer coming in from the Ottawa Charge. She was the first goaltender to surpass 1,000 saves mark in the regular season to 255 days since Mashmeyer has seen PWHL action. Well, the West Coast expansion era begins tonight with the Goldeneye at center ice, ready to watch history unfold. Kenzie Lone with you alongside Becky Keller, Brian Foley, ringside for you tonight. And what a historic evening it is. A sellout crowd inside Pacific Coliseum. Over 15,000 fans in attendance tonight. Seattle gets the puck in Vancouver zone early, starting with a full BC forward lineup to start the Goldeneyes shift. And Claire Thompson named assistant captain this week, gets the touch early for Vancouver. Looks to move ahead. Teralova coming in from the Charge, stops up at center, but Hannah Miller moves this puck forward from North Vancouver, BC. Got a resounding cheer when her name was said and took to the ice during starting lineups.
Well, I think the season that she's coming off of as well, it looks like she may get an opportunity at the next Olympics playing with Canada based on that season she had with Toronto, trying to replicate it here with Vancouver.
Sophie Jakes, original signing with Vancouver, tries to move this puck along, signing a 3-year deal with the Goldeneyes, chips it ahead. Seattle looks to regroup, and it's former Victoire defender Kayla Barnes to chip this puck in. Nurse goes after it, reverse pass, gives some time. Serdachny starting as a center here with the Seattle Torrent this season. A stretch pass to Sarah Nurse. In comes Nurse to the backhand and stopped by Schroeder. Nurse draws the penalty, and the Goldeneyes will go to the power play.
Oh, and that's just 2 quick, long passes as Sarah Nurse is stretched out at the far blue line as she gets in behind Seattle's D. It's Anna Wildren that's got to take her down. There's one quick pass. Nice heads up and fires that pass
minor penalty for hooking
to Sarah Nurse, who gets in all alone. Anna Wildren takes the hooking penalty.
The Goldeneyes will go to the power play. Not even 2 minutes into this game, to the player advantage they go, and Nurse will take the draw for the Goldeneyes. One of the bulk of the goal scoring from Sarah Nurse last season with the Scepters came on the player advantage. We'll see if they can strike.
You got any one of those players that came from Toronto with a power play that had been operating at about 25%. So looking to replicate that success in a different jersey. Hannah Miller as well had some success on the power play.
Well, Nurse will try again. Far side pass to Michelle Carvin, the Goldeneyes first round draft pick. Finds the blue line. Jakes holds down low for Carvinen. Moves it ahead for Jakes, working it up high, it's Thompson. Fakes a shot down low for Michaela Cava, coming over from Minnesota. Cava delays, drops it down for Thompson. The two Frost, former teammates, back on with the Goldeneyes roster this season, taking their time up high in the Torrent zone. Nice fake from Thompson, but Seattle makes it clear.
Well, this is one of those situations where you're looking at a team where they maybe haven't developed that chemistry yet. It's been pretty quick. They look a little programmed out there, that maybe they're not reading and reacting to what the penalty kill has given yet.
Ashton Bell, the Goldeneyes captain, touch in the offensive zone. We'll go back for it. Almost a minute gone on this Goldeneyes opening power play. 6 players from Minnesota coming over to join the Goldeneyes this year as the crowd cheers for Jen Gardner bringing this puck in zone. Grew up playing for the Vancouver Comets, moves it aside to Miller, looking back for Gardner. In zone, has some time. This power play brought to you by Royal Tiger Towel Paper Towel. Power through tough messes. Gardner gets back to keep this puck in zone, chips it down low. Has some time for Abby Boreen to rim it around, looking for Hannah Miller. Under 30 seconds to go on the Goldeneyes power play. Shot from Venishova, just wide it will go. Venishova led the Ottawa Charge in scoring last season. And Bell will have to retreat to center to keep this puck in play.
Of course, Teresa Venishova, who had an exceptional year with Ottawa, she also led the league in penalty minutes, so don't be surprised if that gets even out at some point in this game as She's certainly no stranger to the penalty box herself.
And Wilgren back out onto the ice she goes, and will return to 5-on-5 play. The Goldeneyes not able to strike on their opening power play. Schroeder coming in from the New York Siren, still sees in behind the net as Barnes tries to push it further. Greco back in zone. Seattle moving it ahead as Mariah Keppel moves it to the far side. And Becky, we had that quick chat as who would get number 2 on the Seattle roster this season. You've got Taralova, who wore 2. Mariah Keppel wore 2 as well. Emily Brown, another former number 2, and it looks like Taralova won the draw.
Well, and that's just it, right? When you're looking at teams that have come from all over the place, you're bound to get that.
Keppel pulls this back to safety. Moves it ahead to Barnes, now to center. Barnes steals it away. Stuck in the skates of Hannah Belka, who comes over from Boston. Now Cava delays to Nurse. Trying, they connect. And there's Karvinen to keep this puck in play. Michelle Karvinen connects with Cava. Up high, Channel Watkins, far side pass looking for Sophie Jakes. Vancouver spending some time in Seattle's zone, and the puck off of Schroeder's pad leads to the near side corner. So 6 players coming over from the Walter Cup champions, Minnesota Frost team last year. Nurse from the Scepters. She gets stood up along the boards.
Just looking to stretch the zone out again. And Sarah Nurse posted up at that far blue line.
Hillary Knight, Seattle's captain, finds Alex Carpenter. Carpenter with speed through center. Goes one-on-one against Jakes. Carpenter, an outside shot, and Mashmeyer will make the save.
Well, and I think also the fact that she's a face-off specialist, you're out there in the defensive zone draw against Alex Carpenter, that was a huge win.
Rosenthal looking for Venishova at center. Thompson up against Carpenter, trying to keep this puck back in play. Schroeder again comes out to play the puck. Karalova gets outworked by Abby Boreen, and it's Venishova who drives pace in front. A pad save by Schroeder. Vancouver really starting to get some chances in this first period. In their inaugural game at home in the Pacific Coliseum. Another break. Rosenthal to center. A shot here. Schroeder makes the save, and the extra chance was just wide for Abby Boreen.
A couple really good opportunities from that line. There's the depth that Vancouver has right now.
Brent Mentes drops it back for Kayla Barnes. Tries for the toe drag. Through the legs it will go. Sydney Bard chasing after it as Hannah Miller moves his puck up ice. Izzy Daniel trying for the centering pass. Hannah Miller, another break at 2-on-1. Jen Gardner has her moment. Gardner delays off the post for Jen Gardner. The fans gasp as Lexi Agia heads the other way for Seattle. Agia shot high and gets rimmed around the glass. Both these teams exchanging chances early on in this first period. A lot of opportunities coming off the rush.
Well, I think I predicted that it was going to be Jen Gardner.
You did.
From Hannah Miller to score the opening goal, I almost looked like a genius.
Right, Kempel and Izzy Daniel battling hard in the core, calling for it's Michelle Karvinen. Janaskevich, one of the rookies here with the Goldeneyes this season. Now hit, landed. Buglioni, welcome to the league, showing her physicality. The Goldeneyes are going to go to the power play, and Buglioni can't believe it. Welcome home to BC, Jenna Buglioni. She'll take a seat inside the Pacific Coliseum as we await her opening goal tonight of Season 3 in the PWHL.
Well, I thought they were looking to develop a little chemistry that first time around, and we'll see if they've got something a little bit more going. They read off of each other a little better.
Ashton Bell down low for Hannah Miller. Boreen protects, tries to get the shot off. Working in along the boards, the Goldeneyes gain control. It's Hannah Miller. Venishova looking for her stick, grabs a hold of it and heads net front as Ashton Bell walks the line. Miller delays, her shot wide, it will go. Gardner tries to keep it in. Jen Gardner from Surrey, BC, finds Ashton Bell, snaps it over to Hannah Miller. Bell drags. Gardner, a high shot into the netting, so stoppage of play.
Carter does a nice job to get her stick in that lane. Well, this is a nice problem to have for this Vancouver team. They got Ashton Bell on their second unit, Jakes and Thompson on their first unit.
Jakes' shot, Schroeder makes a save, looking for the rebound. Kept in play. Cava takes her time. Finds Thompson. Cava working the near side up for Sophie Jakes. A high and hard shot into the glove of Corinne Schroeder. Kayla Barnes off the face-off, uses the boards to bank this puck to center. Now Sophie Jakes looking for Michelle Karvinen. Up for Thompson. Slides it across for Jakes. Under a minute gone. On this power play, Karvinen leaves it back. Cava finds Thompson. Goldeneyes keeping it to the outside on this power play. Jakes looking for another angle. Pat save. Cava was hoping for that rebound opportunity. Thompson up high. Nurse with a one-time shot in the slot, hoping to keep this play going. Wilgren will pick it up down low.
Now I think you're starting to see what this power play can be, and they move the puck around well on that unit. Sarah Nurse, who's played that bumper spot over the last few years, and she gets herself open in the slot.
Shanna Watkins finds Jen Gardner. Gardner drives down the boards, up, trying to find a centering pass. Boreen and Miller now working hard in the corner as Gardner feeds it up high for Bell. Out comes Buglioni, and we're back to 5-on-5. Back door was Abby Boreen. A great feed from Jen Gardner. The chemistry building amongst these three.
Well, it's just two solid units that they can throw at their opposition, and some nice looks on that power play. A lot better than the first time around as they start to get their legs under them.
14,958 in attendance tonight at the Pacific Coliseum. A storied building writing a new chapter tonight. Serdachny has a lane, she'll take it. A wrist shot, blocker saved by Maschmeyer. Serdachny picks up the loose puck. Keppel gets open. Mariah Keppel, a low shot redirected, and Eldridge has a chance. Thrown away by Hannah Miller. You know, when Eldridge is net front, that's where the damage is done.
Well, I think this line could be potent as well. Serdachny, she's moving right now, and we saw glimpses of that last season. You know, if she gets the right chemistry this year, I think she can be really dangerous. And she's been dangerous for Team Canada, scored some really big goals. So you know it's in there, and definitely the skill set is there.
Lepin draws it in. The rookie gets in over the blue line. Darcy Lepin from Kingston, Ontario. Katie Chan, another BC native, starts the back check. Vancouver keeps his puck at center. Emma Greco up for Chan. Halfway through period number one, the Goldeneyes, two power play chances, a lot of looks. Hillary Knight blocks the shot, the captain putting her body on the line, opening night. And we've seen what can happen when Hillary Knight is healthy.
Well, what a season she had last year, and the start to this one as well with the hat-trick at Rivalry Series for Team USA.
Looking to play in her fifth Winter Olympics. She'll be the first USA women's hockey player to do so. Michelle Karvinen also looking to play in her fifth. Representing Team Finland, Danish board, but has represented Finland on the international stage. Grant Mentes on the backhand. Agia goes net front looking for the rebound, and it's a big stop by Emirates Maschmeyer. A big cheer from the crowd, a strong save from the veteran goaltender.
A goaltender that had an exceptional season last year up until the point where she got injured. I thought she was the best goalie in the league, but she only got 18 games into the season and then went down with that injury. So you know she can be a solid backbone for Vancouver.
2 seasons, played 41 games for the Ottawa Chargers, 15 wins. And now dons the Goldeneyes jersey. Jenna Watkins challenges the play. Rosenthal pulls it back to the blue line. Venisheva will get open. Tries to cut to the center of the ice. Buglioni chasing after it. Jenna Watkins looks for the centering feed. It's Abby Boreen. A chance for the Goldeneyes. Boreen stopped by Schroeder, and she can't believe it. A grade 8 chance for Abby Boreen. We still await our opening goal in Vancouver, British Columbia. An exciting night inside the Pacific Coliseum. Off the face-off, Jessie Eldridge chips this puck to center. We've seen a lot of NHL teams take part in wearing PWHL jerseys at the start of the season. Vancouver certainly has had their scoring chances so far this game, 4-1 so far in this first period as Gardner works his puck down low. Jessie Eldridge through center using her speed. Wilgren joining in on the rush. Hussler-Dackney driving the center of the ice. Wilgren feeds it out in front into the hands of Gardner. Finished third in Montreal Victoire of point production last season. In front! Emmerance Maschmeyer! What a stop! Kristen Campbell, Kimberly Newell rounding out the goaltending trio in Vancouver this season. Schroeder, Hannah Murphy, and CJ Jackson for the Seattle Torrent. Rosenthal trying to protect this puck. Tirolova takes the body. Venisheva sweeps it away. The Czech teammates going head-to-head tonight. Rosenthal has some help. Boreen fights through pressure as Venisheva tried for the one-time shot. Thompson keeps the puck in play as Schroeder makes a save. Condensed season at that, the 2026 Winter Olympics taking place in February. The league will pause as the Olympics is played out. Snodgrass enters the zone as Graham is with her. Patience from Snodgrass. Needs 2 extra chances. Lexi Agia coming in for the Boston Fleet, starts her back check. Michelle Karvinen steals this puck away. Karvinen and Kava showing some early chemistry. Looking for the puck. Karvinen trying to settle it. It's outnumbered in the corner. Finland's all-time scoring leader, Michelle Karvinen, set that new record of most recent World Championship. She's played everywhere. Is really looking in full form alongside Kava in this first period. Gardner, fresh legs, it's Izzy Daniel, a one-time shot. Under 6 to go in the first period. So waiting our first goal tonight. Sophie Jake's shot gets blocked by Grant Mentes.
Hannah Miller with a good shift as well, just reloading high, taking away opportunities, getting back on the back check.
Izzy Daniel coming over from the Scepters. That's net front as Anna Wilgren draws for the shot. Another great save by Maschmeyer. Looking for the rebound. Gosling fires it home and makes history. Julia Gosling scores the Seattle Torrent first ever goal in club history.
Well, and that's a big one for Julia Gosling. She had 4 last year with Toronto. All 4 came on the power play. So to get an even strength goal, and this is just some nice work as they recover the puck, get it up top. Anna Wilgren, who's got some good offense to her game as well. She gets that seam, finds it, gets it through, and then it's a battle in front. When you want to score goals, you need to go to the net. Of course, your eyes are going to focus on Hillary Knight because she is so dangerous when she gets net front, but it's Julia Gosling who gets a stick on this puck and puts it underneath of Maschmeyer to open the scoring in a period where the bulk of the good scoring chances have gone Vancouver's way. But when you don't capitalize on those chances and you leave the doors open, Seattle with the 1-0 lead.
Julia Gosling all smiles, the London native. It's the road team on the board. The first ever meeting between the Torrent and the Goldeneyes as Sarah Nurse draws some physicality. Building on this Pacific rivalry, already starting to show in this first period.
Well, you've got to like that, right? That's a great response to get in on the forecheck. Michaela Grant-Mentes, who takes the brunt of that hit.
Julia Gosling's cousin Nicole will make her debut in the PWHL this season. A first-round pick for the Victoire. She won gold with Team Canada World Championship. So Julia Gosling on the board for the Seattle Torrent, and Anna Wilgren and Alex Carpenter pick up their first points. A break here, Hannah Bilka looking to make it 2-0. Bilka's shot. That leads to a strong back check by Thompson and Ashton Bell to disrupt her chance.
Well, Bilka's got that burst of speed. She's quick and she takes off.
Thompson the other way, but it'll be offside with 4:14 remaining. A historic moment for the Seattle Torrent. Julia Gosling, your hero in the first period. The Goldeneyes looking to even the scoring. Vanisheva, big goal player. Can she dig in? Rosenthal. Hopes to win the board battle. Boreen right there as well. Abby Boreen's third team. Started a reserve with Minnesota, played with the Victoire, now coming over and joining the Goldeneyes this season.
I think everyone was surprised when she ended up with Montreal last year. She kind of assumed that she would be back with Minnesota, but she's an impact player.
Looking to find the score sheet again. She's got the skill, the size. When she was integrated in a reserve position for the Frost, it was incredible what she could do. Pharmacy student, so limited availability in that inaugural season. Serdachny the other way for Seattle. Cuts up, waits for help. Drops it back for Kayla Barnes.
Another nice play from Anna Wilgren to get that puck up. Long stretch pass.
Hannah Miller, a chance for Vancouver. Out wide, looking for a body. Izzy Daniel got pushed into Corrine Schroeder. Out in front, another chance looking for the rebound. Digging home is Izzy Daniel. There is the whistle. Miller on the draw, wins it back to Daniel. Gardner with speed. Out in front. Keeps it in play. Looking for Emma Greco, chased by Snodgrass. Now Wilgren picked up a point on Julia Gosling's opening goal. Out Carpenter as well with the secondary. Carpenter has registered a point in each one of her season opener games. A turnover, 3-on-1 unfolding for Vancouver, led by Sarah Nurse. Carving in, she scores! Sarah Nurse! The Goldeneyes' first ever goal.
Well, and isn't that just fitting? I feel like Sarah Nurse is that player when she signed with this team. She was becoming the face of the franchise. Opportunity and recognizes that she's got the shot. And she takes it as this crowd goes nuts, Kenzie.
Sarah Nurse is the first to take flight. What a goal. And a turnover, and the Goldeneyes capitalize.
Oh, they get the odd player advantage, and Sarah Nurse jumps on this puck. Talk about a direct attack. She's looking for the pass. She doesn't like what she sees, so she takes the shot. She's looking. Does she want to pass it? Nope. A little deception on that shot as she gets that puck under Schroeder for Vancouver's first goal as a franchise.
Sarah Nurse makes history inside the Pacific Coliseum. Her smile says it all. At the top of her game, brings this crowd to life, and we're all tied at 1 in the first period. With 2 minutes remaining. The fans got to their feet when that 3-on-1 was unfolding. You could feel the energy that was going to be the moment.
Well, they've had a couple of good moments. They had the 2-on-1, they rung it off the crossbar, and so you know one of those is going to drop. Nurse, another player that had an injury last year, took her out of the lineup. I don't think we were seeing her at her best.
Serdachny trying to respond. Nurse started out hot last season, 12 points in her first 15 games. And then dealt with injuries. Listen to this crowd. Gosling! What a shot! Make it 2 for Julia Gosling. The Seattle Torrent sweeping forward as one.
What a start to the season from Julia Gosling. I watched her in warm-up ripping some shots, one-timers albeit, but she was out at distance, and she can score from distance. That's a nice forecheck. Hillary Knight gets in, just a little touch pass. Julia Gosling just absolutely rips this puck from the tops of the circles. This one goes up and under the crossbar to beat Mashmeyer. What a shot.
Make it 2 in a row for Julia Gosling. Seattle regains the lead with a minute to go in the first period.
Well, that's what you want as a goal scorer. You get one that's a garbage goal to show that she can score from multiple different places if she gets that one from distance.
Great hit from Hillary Knight earlier to take control of possession and feed the pass.
Wilgren with a nice breakout. She's been noticeable this game. I thought she had a great season with Montreal last year.
Victoire able to keep Erin Ambrose, a pillar of their blue line. Danielle Sauvageau working her magic, bringing in a lot of depth pieces, some sandpaper to the Victoire this season.
And you're not always going to replace what you lost, so you got to do it by committee.
Jen Gardner, hungry for her first. Will now be the moment. Gardner in front. Miller, her chance. Saved by Schroeder. How did she do it? The fans in disbelief as one of their own, Hannah Miller, gets robbed by Corrine Schroeder in the final second of the first period.
Well, you're always looking for a response. You give up a goal. There's not much time left in this period as Jen Gardner gets in on the hunt. This comes out to Hannah Miller. Looks like it just touches off of the beam. Looks like she's got that short side, hits the post, sits in behind Schroeder, and Seattle's able to clear it to safety, but they came just that close to tying this game up.
Well, Julia Gosling has 2 on the board for the Seattle Torrent, but it's Sarah Nurse, a historic goal for the Goldeneyes history. Off the faceoff, Nurse breaks through traffic, chasing after it, Emily Brown. Earning a letter with the Torrent this season. Takes down Sarah Nurse. Grant Mentis will pick it up. Agia looks to get open. Snodgrass as well as Grant Mentis drives through center. Feeds it deep into the zone for Greco. Cava hoping to pick it up on the far side. Puck trickles to the corner where Greco has some time. Stretch pass. Wilgren reads the sequence. Another loose puck stolen by Vanisheva. Teresa Vanisheva cuts back, waits for help. Communicates with Boreen, who pulls it in and makes an outside shot. Channel Watkins takes her time, moves this puck forward as Gardner swats it in zone. Then Gardner saying it was the most exciting game she ever played in was a takeover tour game when it came to Vancouver. Feeling this night will top that moment. Rosenthal gets pinned up against the boards by Kayla Barnes. Wilgren settles down low. Quick outlet pass to Hillary Knight to center for Gosling. 2 on the night already. Gosling drives wide, gets stood up by Thompson. Play continues on.
Gosling looked like she had a beat on Thompson. She just got a shoulder into her as she was skating by.
Hillary Knight holds the line. Karolova, an angle, she takes it. Ashmeyer with an excellent save.
Karolova just walked right down Broadway. The seas parted.
Great shot for Annetta Taylorlova coming over from the charge. You look at how these teams were constructed as Rosenthal. It's pinned up against the boards. Vancouver hoping to keep this puck in zone. Taylorlova goes backward as Greco picks up speed. Another hit landed. Greco back to her feet in time and a shot from the blue line. Goldeneyes continuing to get some chances in the second period. Cava, Carvinen picking up from their days playing for the Ranky Rays, building off that chemistry from years ago. Loose puck in the corner. Greco will go for it. Cindy Bard takes on net front duties. Rolls off for Cava. We've seen Michaela Cava elevate her game when a team needs her most.
Well, and it's 5 years in a row for Michaela Cava that she'd won the championship in various leagues, the SDHL, twice the PWHL. So
Nurse takes a tough hit in the corner, is slow to get up, and looks like she's trying to go straight to the bench. We're going to keep our eyes here on Sarah Nurse, as she is certainly favoring her upper body. Nurse, the Goldeneyes' own goal scorer in this game, looks to take a seat on the bench. for getting up awkwardly from the boards. Pass out in front, Gardner settles things. Great look to the blue line. Jada Watkins' shot gets blocked in front. Mentes through a tire, led for chaos in front of Schroeder.
Well, Vancouver's just buzzing right now, getting in good forecheck, putting some pressure on. And Hannah Miller a couple times been F1 on that forecheck to get in and disrupt.
Jakes. Ashton Bell and a shot out wide. It will go. Maureen, did she tuck it home? And it won't be enough as the whistle sounds. Jakes tries for the toe drag. Wilgren reads the play, now to center looking for Eldridge. Samoskevich brings that versatility. Moves the puck quickly up ice. Barnes gets on it first in the corner. Kayla Barnes moves things ahead to Eldridge. Barnes, who grew up on the West Coast, California girl. So is thrilled to start playing some pro hockey on the West Coast.
I would expect to see some big things from Kayla Barnes as well. Aaron Ambrose, sometimes the #1 PP quarterback with Montreal last year. I would think here it's going to be Kayla Barnes if we see a power play for Seattle.
Logged a lot of minutes in a rookie season on the Victoire blue line. Foot race. Karolova stretches further and chips it down into Vancouver zone. Thompson responding. Here comes Claire Thompson driving down the near side, drops the shoulder, tries to finish the play. An end-to-end play by Claire Thompson.
Just bullies her way through the neutral zone, and then the C's part once again, and she takes that puck right to the net.
Well, the combination of Hillary Knight, Julia Osling, and Alex Carpenter brings some size and some heaviness to the game as Carpenter tries for an outside shot. Hit the leg of Abby Boreen. Karolova starts the cycle with Carpenter. As an assist in this game, registered a point in each one of her season debut games.
Coach Steve O'Rourke wants his D to activate. Let's see Taralova do that last shift.
Hillary Knight connects to Greventes into the corner. Knight. You know, when she was named to the Seattle team, it was almost a no-brainer she'd likely be the captain. As Carter lets the shot go from the blue line. Meanwhile, for Vancouver, a lot of curiosity around who would don the C. And it is Ashton Bell who will lead the Goldeneyes in their inaugural season. From Deloraine, Manitoba. Carter snaps it across to Keppel, looking for a tip in front. Thompson first on it along the boards. Rides with Boreen, who's able to chip it to safety. A break for Michelle Karvinen. In her first game in the PWHL, Karvinen waits for support. Snaps it across to Hannah Miller. Miller draws deep in the zone, trying to outwork her former Scepter's teammate and Megan Carter. Greco breaks through traffic. Keppel picks back up in the corner. Another hit landed by Megan Carter in the defensive zone. Here comes Jen Gardner on the backhand. Gardner, Schroeder makes the save. She's not done yet. To the blue line it will go. Greco, a high shot, hoping for a tip in front.
Jen Gardner, a couple bursts of speed throughout this game, and she's been noticeable.
She's been around it. Gardner hungry for her first in the Goldeneyes sweater.
She certainly had her chances.
Gardner to Miller, Vancouver to Vancouver. A great sequence for these two. Building on some zone time now, rounding things out. Izzy Daniel on this line. Daniel to Gardner. Her chance here gets taken down net front. Gardner pops back to her feet. Fans not pleased to see one of their own. Now Jakes, can she finish it? A high and hard shot from Sophie Jakes. It's all Vancouver.
You got a tired Seattle group that has not been able to get off the ice.
McQuigg to Jakes. Shot gets blocked. A break from Orion Keppel at the end of her shift. A breakaway. Keppel takes the shot and Maschmeyer makes the save. The Goldeneyes are on fire in the second period. Hungry to even the score. but you have to think, when was the last time Michelle Carvenden was a rookie?
Well, that's just it. At 35, if you can be a rookie, that's kind of a nice feeling.
She's been around it tonight. Carpenter as well, and a hard shot from Alex Carpenter.
That's just a nice play to get to the middle.
Seattle looking to respond. It was all the Goldeneyes before the commercial break. A chance out in front. Maschmeyer finds a rebound as she stretched out across her crease. The puck trickles to the near corner. Sarah Nurse drops it back for Thompson as the Goldeneyes find safety.
Kayla Barnes finding a little offensive flair. She jumps into the zone to get that chance.
Board battle underway in Vancouver zone. Carvenden has control now to Cava. Michelle Carvenden steers it away, looking for some more time, chased by Hannah Bilka. Seattle with some speed. It's Eldridge, drops it back, and a shot here wide it will go, and Maschmeyer able to get there in time for the save. Jesse Eldridge and Emily Brown connecting for an excellent chance. Fans wanting a call. Great to hear from Sarah Nurse speaking with Brienne in her first intermission, just saying it's been a while since it's been that emotional of a first period, and we'll see if things have settled in. This power play is brought to you by Royale Tiger Towel Paper Towel. Power through tough messes. Ashton Bell will quarterback this power play breakout. Taking her time, the captain moves this puck forward for the Goldeneyes. Down by 1 to the Seattle Torrent in their first ever game. Venisheva lays the body, somehow takes 2. Injury on the play, it appears as Schroeder gets the whistle.
After consultation with the Central Situation Room, we have no penalty on the play.
Japes crosses it over to Thompson. Working it up high, former Frost defenders. Down low for Cava, the trio. Jakes finding a near side pass. Carvenden works it down low with Cava as Nurse heads net front. Mega Carter without her stick. She'll continue on in play and just push off Sarah Nurse. Is an opening for Thompson's shot, but Carter off the faceoff. Outnumbered along the boards. Under 40 seconds to go in the power play. Carvenden looks on. Thompson pulls it back against Serdachny. 2 big bodies engaging in the battle. Nurse now out in front looking for a free body, and Seattle makes the clear.
Some nice work down low, and Sarah Nurse with a nice touch pass. She's not able to connect out front.
Jen Gardner in the zone, she'll go, tries for the cross-ice pass. Needed the second attempt. Final seconds. Brown eager to get out of the penalty box. Sydney Barr drops it down for Gardner, and out comes Brown, and we're back to 5-on-5. Hannah Miller delays with patience, trying to outwork Snodgrass. Taken to the corner where Carpenter is. Gardner pulls it back, out in front, hoping to connect with Abby Boreen.
Well, you start to recognize that Abby Boreen is going to be in that position back door as Jen Gardner tries to hit her but can't find the stick.
Kayla Barnes rims this puck up, looking for captain Hillary Knight. Skates in, trying to beat Emma Greco. Julia Gosling gets the job done in zone.
But Julia Gosling read that. She was in a hurry.
Abby Boreen, slap shot, blocker saved by Schroeder. Teed it up.
Not too often you get that opportunity to come in on the wing, old Wayne Gretzky style, and tee one up. You used to see it. Back when there was NHL in this building, I bet you saw it then.
Building built to bring NHL hockey to the city of Vancouver. The Canucks here till '94. Gosling challenged by James. McQuigg starts the back check as Thompson gets chased by Hillary Knight. These pucks are Serdachny has help In the zone now, outworked by Thompson. She'll get pinned up against the boards. 3-on-2 battle. Looking for the loose puck. Goldeneyes come out with it as Barnes chips it right back down. Hannah Bilka with speed. Brown back down in the Goldeneyes zone. There's 7 remaining in the second period. Thompson moving this puck north. Heads back as Seattle chases after. Katie Chan will chip this puck in. Eldridge has patience. Looks to the center of the ice. Brown now, a jumping puck, and so Mashmeyer will get the hold. 2-1, Seattle leads on opening night, Season 3 in the PWHL. For Gardner, she's talked about the pride she has in playing at home as Hava breaks free into the Seattle territory.
Ashton Bell with a great block at the top to set that up.
Hundreds of friends and family here tonight, and for Gardner said as well for that takeover tour game, she felt like she had some sort of connection to the over 19,000 people that night at Rogers Arena.
Oh, pretty impressive she has that kind of support. I would imagine mom and dad are going to be at a lot of games this year.
Girl playing minor hockey alongside Buglioni and Hina Jobe-Smith, who's not in the lineup today for the Goldeneyes on the IR, hoping to get her back. But it was good to see her take to the ice for the announcements of the opening night roster, getting a chance to skate and be part of that moment.
Megan Carter with a nice play in the neutral zone. Take away that stretch pass. It's like Vancouver's trying to stretch things out, maybe get a quick break.
Mashmeyer all over the rebound. To center, Izzy Daniel moves this puck forward. Hannah Miller chases after it, beating Emily Brown. Miller looking to the blue line for Sophie Jakes. Cross ice, Jenna Watkins delays, and a wrist shot here off a few bodies, but it hits the backboards. Bilka jumps on the puck in the corner. Of course, Megan Kerner, the general manager of Seattle, drawing in some of those former Boston Fleet players, Bilka being one of them. Drops it off for Serdachny. A drag shot, hits Eldridge. Can she find the rebound? Again, it's lights out for Emirates Mashmeyer. Builds a storied rivalry. Vinisheva looking for a cross-ice play to Rosenthal as Carter fires it right back to center. Lorene challenges as Hillary Knight has some time. Taylorova back out on the ice, which is great to see for Torrent fans. Schroeder finds Taylorova. Lorene has great speed, challenging her. Now Rosenthal gets tied up at center. Carpenter comes in. Offside the call. With just sort of 5 career shutouts in her time with the New York Sirens. She'll to face her former team this season. 4 of those shutouts coming last year. Nurse works it in along the boards. Greco finding Cava. Wilgren lands a hit. Keep this puck in play. Gia breaks free. Lexia Gia fakes the shot. Grandves, a shot just high. A grade A chance for Michaela Grandentes in her opening game with the Seattle Torrent.
That starts with a nice pinch at the blue line.
Another chance for Gia Wilgren. Delays and a shot hitting Grandentes again. Well, she's been around it. Deflected off Grandentes. A great scoring chance. so strong for the Victoire down the stretch in playoffs is Gosling. Another high and hard shot from the forward.
She ripped that puck as well.
And for her third of the night, because why not? Season 3 bound to be memorable, to have the highlight reel moments. Carpenter, great pass from Hillary Knight, tried to feather it through traffic. Hannah Miller with speed down the far side, chased by Gosling. Into the corner for Izzy Daniel. Ashton Bell, low shot, looking for a few extra bodies in front. Feeds off into the corner as Gosling flips it to center.
That's a nice shot. Ashton Bell just gets her head up. She knows it doesn't have to be that hard. It just has to get through. It's just a little wrister on net.
Karvinen, a turnover for Bilka. It's Eldridge, and it's just too high. Bilka to Eldridge, but they can't finish. Another grade 8 chance for the Seattle Torrent.
Oh, the puck sticking on Vancouver. That's a couple turnovers just right there in the slot. Jessie Eldridge might dream of that opportunity.
She'll be thinking of that one tonight, as will Hanno Bilka. Carter extends the pass. In zone it will go. Icing waved off as Jakes just fires it back down the near side. Final minute to go in the second period. All 3 goals have been scored in the opening frame tonight.
It's not for lack of chances, is it? There's been chances either way.
Here's another one for Danielle Serdachny. Opts to roll it out. Looking to have a bounce-back season this year. Started off hot with a charge last year, and a shot hits a few bodies in front. She's not done yet. Serdachny, a far side pass. Fresh legs, it's Kayla Barnes to Snodgrass. Great stick from Sarah Nurse to push this puck back to center.
Some really nice patient plays by Danielle Serdachny on that shift.
Serdachny 4 points in her first 5 games last year, and then that production slowed as the season progressed. Just 3 assists in her final 22 games.
Well, found herself dropping through the lineup to second line to third line, finishing playoffs with limited ice time on the fourth line. So again, you know that she's looking for that opportunity here with a new team, new coaching staff, see if she can get something going, because the expectation for her is pretty high as a second overall pick.
She's got the talent, she's got the vision. Can she put it together this season with the Seattle Torrent? So far, so good. Torrent in the lead by 1 as we approach our final frame tonight, opening season. Where it sounds like the food is the selling feature right now inside Pacific Coliseum.
Many reasons to come, isn't there?
And we got to find the gold eyeliner, Becky, so make that a next task for ourselves.
I love it. The jersey's not enough.
The jersey's just not enough. Nurse off the loose puck, has some speed in with Karvinen. Karvinen and Nurse delays a shot wide. It will be Karvinen looking for her first in the PWHL.
Well, the shot was the right play. The pass wasn't there. She just ripped that one over the net.
Nurse, the lone goal scorer in this game for the Goldeneyes. Gosling scored both for Seattle. Ashton Bell finds Thompson. Nice move by Boreen to Rosenthal. She scores! Gabby Rosenthal ties it at 2.
Abby Boreen with an absolutely outstanding pass to Rosenthal. Entry on a play that looks like it's going to be pretty innocent. You get that quick transition off of the turnover. It's quick up, and then here's this little touch pass. Turn, backhand, touch pass. That pass is on the tape, which allows Rosenthal to come in with some speed. I think Brown got a bit of a stick on that. Maybe made that shot a little bit more deceptive for Schroeder. Either way, Rosenthal finds the back of the net. We're knotted up at 2 early.
Rosenthal's first as a Goldeneye. The towels just completely blanketing the Pacific Coliseum, waving them loud and proud as Vancouver has found a way to tie this game. Seattle hoping to answer. Gosling certainly did so when Nurse tied this game up. Jen Gardner moves this puck forward. Izzy Daniel stays onside as Gardner chips it in.
Bilka doing damage on the forecheck, and then she's the first one back on the back check as well to force that dump in and get on Jen Gardner.
To center for Venisheva. Cuts back. Venisheva in her third jersey since joining the PWHL. Collision between Maureen and Gardner, both pop back up, which is good to see.
This is number 22, Abby Maureen. Number 42, Claire Thompson. 59 seconds, Rosenthal, her first of the season.
Gabby Rosenthal with her first of the season. Maureen Thompson with the helpers. Ashton Bell with some forward pace finds Venisheva to the blue line. It's the stick of Hillary Knight, and she'll chase after it.
That's a good stick to interrupt that play.
Halifax has 2 stops this season.
Had a World Championships there back in 2004, and the fan base was just great.
And the night they hosted the World Junior, that gold medal game, winning it in overtime, that was the story. The rink hadn't been that loud since Team Canada was there playing at the Women's World Championship. Some historic moments has happened in the Scotiabank Arena there, but tonight Pacific Coliseum has a new move as a collision between Nurse and Carter. Megan Carter and Sarah Nurse collide. Both.
Well, I'm not sure I'd call it a collision on Carter's behalf. I think some little bit of an intent there. She's played a pretty hard and physical game.
Grant Mentes looks in, lets the shot go. Maschmeyer takes a hit as well. Off the face-off, Greco looks for McQuigg on the boards. Picked up in the expansion draft. Vancouver really went after the forwards during their expansion draft process. Seattle identified a lot of defenders they wanted to scoop up in that process. Gardner breaks free, in comes Jen Gardner. Can't get the shot off, but an excellent drive. Now to center, connects with Miller. Harvinen starts the back check, in comes Jesse Eldridge. Far side to Barnes, another chance, but Maschmeyer makes the save. Rosenthal. It is a 2-2 game. Venisheva to center, it's Boreen with speed. In comes Abby Boreen. Takes a look, cuts to center, finds a trailer, but Carpenter gets her stick in the lane.
Oh, it looked like she had the shot, and she cut to the middle.
Carpenter with speed as Hillary Knight driving down the near side. Carpenter drops the shoulder and gets the shot off. Excellent play by the savvy forward. Another shot from the blue line as Gosling lets it go. Venisheva stopped up by Hillary Knight. Boreen flips it into the crowd, so a lucky fan will go home with a souvenir. Barnes from the blue line. Blocked in front by Jakes.
That's a nice block. She knew that puck couldn't get through. Got player off the back door, net front presence, so Sophie Jakes gets her kneecaps in front of that one.
Seattle Torrent's defender Mariah Keppel led the league in block shots last season. Had some good looks tonight. Harvinen tries for the pass, leads to a turnover. Grant Mentes flips it in. Gardner finds the blue line. Agia moves it ahead for Snodgrass.
Nice chip play. Lexi Agia just uses her body, take out the defender, chip that puck into the neutral zone.
Gardner breaks free. A shot into the glove of Schroeder. Hits the tip of her glove. Leads to a board battle. Gardner has found a way to just break through pressure and use her speed to get scoring chances tonight. Now it's Serdachny the other way in front, looking for Bilka. A game of rushes. Now it's Miller back with Gardner.
Serdachny does a good job to get back on that, but I think she could have taken that puck right to the net. Just be a little bit selfish there. See if she can drive it in. She was looking for the pass.
Serdachny held up at the blue line. Emily Brown finishes the play. Gosling alone, working up against Thompson. All tied at 2. Appin out wide for Vancouver. A rebound cleared away by Anna Wilgren. The defender comes to the rescue as Alex Carpenter works the other way. Carpenter pulls it back, trying to feather that pass ahead for Julia Gosling.
Carpenter's had some nice plays, and that little delay just allow her line mates to get through to the net and then put that pass through. It just doesn't quite connect, but that's the IQ that we've seen from her time and time again. She's just a smart player.
Hillary Knight chips it in. Channel Watkins looks on as Agia follows her to the corner. Maureen recognizes Rosenthal was driving near side. Puck will go the distance, and icing will be the call. Rosenthal, another opportunity. Moves it ahead for Venisheva, but Carter gets her stick in the lane. Venisheva finds the blue line for Sophie Jakes. A long shot. Collision with Schroeder leads to an immediate whistle. Well, the women's hockey West Coast rivalry is on stage tonight in Vancouver. The hottest ticket in town at Pacific Coliseum. Kayla Barnes to Snodgrass. All tied at 2. Getting the halfway point of this third period. Who will be the difference maker? Seattle goes for a change. Buy some time for Emma Greco.
I don't know, 2-2 in the first game of the season. Be smelling some overtime.
Oh, Becky.
I've been banned from saying that. I love 3-on-3 overtime, though, so hey, why not?
27 of the 180 games last season needed extra time. That accounts for about 15% of the games played. Every game in the PWHL finals needed extra time. Jakes moves this puck ahead as McQuigg tried to break to center to pick up the pass. She'll try again, collides with Serdachny. McQuigg hoping to get open. Hannah Miller uses the glass to find Gardner on the stretch pass. Gardner in zone, has a trailer, tied up, but Jakes trying to get the shot off, blocked in front as Seattle has numbers, and Keppel was slow to get up. She heads to the front of the net. Penalty on the way. Let's see what they can do. Off the face-off, Jakes gets chased by Hillary Knight. Taylor Watkins right there first. Bilka heads back. Barnes to Bilka. Hillary Knight enters the zone. So's up pace for Barnes. Gosling. Shot here. Blocked in front by Thompson, kept in zone by Barnes. Gosling delays, cross pass, it's Bilka! High and hard it will go. Seen a lot of these shots go up and over the net tonight. Gosling will try again. A strong save from Ashmeyer. Getting word now that Anna Taylor-Lova has left the game. Lower body injury and will not return. We saw her take to the ice, probably just trying it out. It appears she will not return to this game. A shot from Rosenthal. Short-handed chance for the Goldeneyes. McQuigg in the box for Vancouver. Gosling to Bilka. Gets by Greco. Bilka scans in a great space. And check by Jakes. Stretching out to disrupt the pass.
And then just gets that one out. And Sophie Jakes, who's known as an offensive defender, but defensively, she's made some great plays as well. That was one of them.
This power play is brought to you by Royale Tiger Towel Paper Towel. Power through tough messes. Serdachny powers through Greco. Wilgren to Grant Mentis. Under 20 seconds to go on Seattle's power play. Serdachny steps down, tried to pick the corner. Maschmeyer got the blocker out. Serdachny takes the draw for Seattle. It's tied up by Rosenthal.
Can't win it clean, just take your center out, and Rosenthal just takes Serdachny right out of that play.
That allows for Ashton Bell to make the clear. Out comes McQuigg, we're back to 5-on-5. Perrine chips it to the corner, Rosenthal chases. Wilgren waits for help. Snodgrass pulls it free, but Venisheva is right there. Venisheva hoping to make a play, gets tied up by Agia. Walks to center, make it one, make it two, Agia chips it in. Will challenge as her teammates go for a change.
A couple nice plays to the neutral zone to get that puck in deep, Lexi Agia, and then keep pressure on.
Thompson comes back. She said she was excited to come over to Vancouver, taking part in the inaugural season. She said she's excited to be a part of something new and start from the ground up. The original signings in Vancouver. High stick, and everybody's looking for something. Buglioni got on the score sheet tonight. A penalty in her hometown.
I think Buglioni took a penalty early on. She was looking to draw one there. I'm surprised at that non-call. It's like that stick got right up into her face mask.
Hillary Knight feathers it out in front. Cava steers it back to the corner where Sophie Jakes is. Nice give and go. Knight hard on her stick, but gets taken down by Jakes and is able to make the clear. Knight will try again. Has Carpenter to the backhand. Takes it to the corner. Has some support. Gardner breaks free. Has McQuigg with her. Keppel jumps on the loose puck first. Under 7 to go in the third period. Carpenter off a pass from Hillary Knight. Works it in zone.
Looks like it's just a matter of time for those two really looking to connect, Knight and Carpenter.
Building off the chemistry we've seen for years on the international stage. They've played consistently the last 2 World Championship as line mates. Seen the likes of Tessa Janicki, Coyne Schofield rotate on that wing. Seeing what they can do with Seattle this year, and they score! The official did not indicate that it was a goal. He's going to blow down the whistle and appears to completely wave it off.
Well, this is one that they may want to have a look at just to make sure. Awfully fluky, but it really comes as a result of Vancouver getting a little sleepy in their zone. Seattle's been taking the course of the play to them.
We'll sort things out when we return inside Pacific Coliseum. Was it a goal? Wasn't it a goal? Goldeneyes in familiar territory, finding themselves down by 1. Seattle opened the scoring tonight. Goldeneyes have found a way to answer. Jana Watkins pulls it back to center, connects with Sophie Jakes. Right in the hands of Bilku, pops it forward for Serdachny. Danielle Serdachny has some speed on the far side. Eldridge looks to get open, finds the trailer in Lexi Agia. Wilgren takes her time, puts it deep into Vancouver zone. Serdachny, a quick check, finds Barnes along the blue line. Slap shot from Kayla Barnes, tipped in front. Great look for Snodgrass. Another chance, Snodgrass. On the backhand, it's Agia. Maschmeyer extends the pad in time. Leading to a cheer from the crowd as Emirates Maschmeyer comes to the rescue.
Well, this line's played a real meat and potatoes game, and they just get in, throw things to the net, got bodies in front, and they've created a lot of scoring chances.
Bilka on the board, Serdachny and Brown picking up the helpers. Make this a 3-2 game for Seattle. Mentes over the line, Gosling. Steered by Bell. Thompson helps out as well. Vancouver 5 low in their own zone. Hillary Knight steals this puck away, tees up Carpenter, and her shot's wide. Alex Carpenter, Michelle Carpenter, so many chances tonight. Both of these shots just missing the net, but the looks are there. Carter lets one go.
And Julia Gosling just working on this shift, and the work she did below the goal line opened things up for her line mates to come in and get that scoring chance. And she's had a good game. She's been good tonight.
Vancouver's next game against the Ottawa Charge, November 26th, and then Seattle gets ready for their home opener, November 28th against the Frost. Vinisheva. Great moves, tries to get by Emily Brown. Fans wanting a holding call on the play. Hillary Knight heads up ice, Bilk on the far side. Approaches the left side, now Nurse. A little give and go with Abby Boreen as they enter Seattle's territory. Bilka has Serdachny, a 2-on-1. Serdachny can't finish the play. Samoskevich gets her stick in the lane in time.
Lots of nice defensive play, Samoskevich on that 2-on-1.
Brings that versatility, defender that can play forward. Allows Brian Adolski to integrate her into the lineup when he needs some help up front or on the blue line. Wilgren out in front, hoping to find someone home. Hempel has some time, cross pass to Lexia Gia. That's by Karvinen. Seattle with some pace now. Samoskevich holding the line. An excellent read for the rookie.
Seattle's taken over this game in the second half of this third period. It's really been all them. So Vancouver's just got under 3 minutes now. Turn the tides on this one to see if they can create a little bit of offense, get Maschmeyer out of the net in the next minute or so.
Vancouver will have to push. Down by 1 in their home opener in their inaugural season. Season 3 set to be the best yet, from 6 teams to 8 teams. Lots of new great voices joining our broadcast team this season. Gardner has some time with Miller. Looking for Miller, cleared away, but kept in zone. Carter has come to the rescue on multiple occasions in this game. Claire Thompson has a lane, back for Gardner. Maschmeyer is going to head to the bench. Brian Adolski, an extra attacker to the ice, empty net, they score! 2:03 remaining at the hands of Claire Thompson. We're all tied at 3.
Well, they're running out of time, but they managed to get it done. Not a lot of offensive opportunities for Vancouver the second half of this period, but you know what? They keep things simple there. Just start throwing pucks to the net. Put it on net, good things can happen. There's pucks bouncing around again, just throw it to the net. Bouncy puck, it pops out to Claire Thompson, and she buries it. She's got the whole cage to put it in. She finds it. That puck was bouncing around like a lacrosse ball, a reactor ball. Just not quite sure where it was going to go. When you get that, you just want to put it on net and see what you can create.
The Goldeneyes assistant captain, Claire Thompson, has tied this game at 3 with 2 minutes remaining. We knew we were in for a good one tonight. This game has been must-watch TV. Abby Boreen moves it down in the zone. Seattle was able to generate some momentum off Bilka's goal. Can Vancouver do the same? A multi-point night for Claire Thompson at the secondary on Rosenthal's goal, and that's one of her own in her first game as a Goldeneye. Loose puck, Kava lays the body. Karvinen looks on. Brown heads north. Abby chased by Gosling. Now to Karvinen. Up ahead for Sarah Nurse. Delays, pushed off by Serdachny, and she'll take down Danielle Serdachny.
Serdachny with a nice defensive play. She's tracked back hard this game, played both ends of the ice really well.
Thompson, McQuaig, and Gardner getting on the score sheet to make this a 3-3 game. So Gardner picking up a point in her first game wearing the Goldeneyes jersey at home. Eldridge, shot, blocker save by Maschmeyer. Under 40 seconds remaining, all tied at 3. Seattle pushing. Barnes, shot off the glass, kept in zone by Serdachny. Ashton Bell sees the chance, she'll go for it under 30 seconds to go. Vancouver Goldeneyes led by their captain. Fires it in, has some time for Hannah Miller.
Well, that's the right play, right? Get that puck in deep. And
under 20 seconds, Miller looking up. Will it be Gardner? A swing and a miss, but kept in by Channel Watkins. Feeds it around, under 10 seconds to go. Eldridge looking to wind down this clock. She'll opt for a shot. Maschmeyer will make the save. And just like that, 60 minutes wasn't enough. Carpenter, Hillary Knight, and Anna Wilgren. The 3 players to the ice for Seattle. 5 minutes of overtime, 3-on-3, and if needed, a shootout to follow. Wilgren finds Carpenter, leaves it for Hillary Knight. Well, we know these are Hillary Knight's moments. And her team needs a goal. She finds a way to step up. Carpenter, the same. Her shot off the stick of Sarah Nurse and hits the netting. Karvinen getting some overtime action in her first game in the PWHL. Vancouver's first round draft pick. The experienced, savvy European forward moves up with Hannah Miller. Miller takes her time. Looks on, drops it for Thompson. Multi-point night for Claire Thompson. Finds Karvinen. Now Thompson trying to shake Julia Gosling. Brown fakes for a call. Karvinen trying to get open. Vancouver able to keep it in zone. Collision, Serdachny feeds it away just in time and goes for a change.
Serdachny with a good read to recognize that Hannah Miller was going to try to cut back to the middle of the ice, just put her body in the way to create that turnover. Now Seattle's got the puck on their stick again.
Hannah Bilka gaining speed. Vanisheva steals the puck away. In comes Denise Vanisheva in overtime. Vanisheva delays. A pass. It's Boreen. She scores! The game-winning goal in overtime at the hands of Abby Boreen, and the Vancouver Goldeneyes win their first ever game in the PWHL.
Well, that one's just a beauty, and it snuck through. It looked like Schroeder may have made the save. Abby Boreen got just enough on that. Vanisheva with the patience to wait that out, turn, fire that pass cross ice to Boreen coming in. And she gets that shot off in a hurry, and that's the key. If she corrals that, if she pots it down, that puck's not going to find its way in.
A goal to remember for Abby Boreen, her first as a Goldeneye, a game winner in overtime at home. Pacific Coliseum bringing over 14,000 fans to their feet. She was all around it tonight. Gets rewarded when her team needs her the most.